This is KRBC, Abilene's local news at 6.
Good evening, I'm David Bacon.
And I'm Kathleen Barkley. Thanks for being here tonight. The Abilene Community Response Team has been up and running for about 3 months. It's a collaboration of the Abilene Police Department, Fire Department, and the Betty Hardwick Mental Health Center to address mental health right here in the Key City.
Now, the team has responded to more than 500 calls, but there's still work to be done. KRBC's Catherine Garcia gives us an inside look of this program for our top story at 6.
Back in February, City Manager Robert Hanna proposed a community response team to handle mental health crises.
There's an opportunity to divert them from the criminal justice system and get them in touch and proper mental health care. It saves the taxpayers money, and it doesn't criminalize something that really shouldn't be criminalized.
When he heard the inception of the program, Joseph Deem says he was initially excited. His husband is diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia and sometimes neglects to take his medication.
I called the CRT team to come out and evaluate him. Once he threatened to stab me, and the other time he punched me several times in the head.
But he says the response from his call in a time of crisis did not meet his expectations.
A mental health crisis, you never know when it's going to happen. You don't know if it's going to happen at 8 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Currently, the CRT responds to calls from 8 to 5 Tuesday through Friday. Deems needed response after hours. But Lieutenant Scott Hill of the Abilene Police Department says APD recognizes this time gap.
We are trying to secure funds for a second team that will run opposite the first team at this point.
APD says they now see the concentration of mental health issues in the Key City, with the team receiving a high volume of calls since its deployment in June.
They have responded to over 560 calls for service. Over 150 of those have been immediate crisis responses.
With a potential second team responding to these calls, APD is hoping to provide services for folks like Joseph,
Get help, give us somewhere to go,
who never know when a crisis may strike. In Abilene, Catherine Garcia, KRBC, Abilene's local news.
All right, Catherine, thank you. Now, if you do need the response team, they can be reached through APD's non-emergency number if they're unable to respond, or if there is an emergency, be sure to always call 911.